Our next story is about another conflict in Asia. This one is between Thailand and Cambodia. The border clashes have erupted again with fresh airstrikes, fresh casualties and civilians being moved to shelters. Remember, they signed a ceasefire just a few weeks ago. It was suspended some time back and now it is clearly cracking. So tonight we look at what triggered this round of violence and why this border remains a flashpoint. We'll begin with the latest clash. It started before dawn today. Thailand says Cambodian troops opened fire first, that one Thai soldier was killed, 18 others were wounded. Thai officials claimed that multiple positions came under fire and they had no choice but to respond. So they responded with airstrikes. Thai jets hit several Cambodian military positions. They also say that Cambodia is moving heavy weapons towards the border and this could fuel a sharper escalation.
The Cambodian side opened fire in several additional areas at dawn. We have also requested aircraft support from the Air Force in order to launch strikes to suppress attacks from Cambodian troops, which is necessary to defend ourselves, after we found out that Cambodia has used supporting fires to continuously attack Thailand.
So this is Thailand's version of events. Now here's the Cambodian version. Thailand launched the first strikes. They violated the ceasefire that they agreed to in October. There was a series of attacks at dawn on Cambodian military positions and Cambodian border villages. They sustained the damage, but they did not fire back. This is what Cambodia says.
Faced with attacks from Thailand, the Cambodian army still did not retaliate. They respected the ceasefire, the joint ceasefire agreement between Cambodia and Thailand, and other principal agreements between the two countries following the peaceful solution mechanism and through the international laws.
So two warring sides with two very different versions. Irrespective of who fired first, the fallout is this. There are large-scale evacuations on both sides of the border. In Thailand, more than 385,000 civilians have been ordered to evacuate. More than 35,000 are already in shelters. Meanwhile, in Cambodia too, thousands are moving away from the tense frontier. At least 4 Cambodians have been killed. But why is this border so volatile? The answer lies in history and another colonial map. The border between Thailand and Cambodia was first mapped in 1907. At that time, Cambodia was a French colony. Thailand disputed parts of that map, and even today, there are sections of the border that remain unmarked. And this is where the clashes break out, in the unmarked areas. In fact, one area has been especially sensitive, the Priya Vihar temple. It's an 11th century Hindu temple built on a ridge that both countries have claimed for years. In 1962, the International Court of Justice ruled that this temple belonged to Cambodia. But the land around the temple is still disputed. It has seen clashes on multiple occasions, although this year has been different because this conflict has been more frequent. This year, it has been more intense and much harder to control. In July, there was a 5-day conflict. At least 48 people were killed, 300,000 were displaced. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim had to step in. US President Donald Trump called both sides. He spoke to leaders on both sides, and in October, they signed a deal in Kuala Lumpur. Trump called it a major breakthrough. But within weeks, the deal began to unravel. In early November, a Thai soldier was maimed by a landmine. Thailand said the mine was newly laid by Cambodia. Cambodia denied it. Thailand suspended parts of the ceasefire deal. In fact, we spoke to Thailand's foreign minister only last week, and he said the onus is on Cambodia.
We were not the one to breach the agreement. We had to suspend the implementation of the agreement because our soldiers were severely injured when they stepped on landmines, newly planted landmines. And it's not the first time, it's the 7th time that our soldiers have stepped on landmines, and we're waiting for the Cambodians to take responsibility for what happened and establish the facts and ensure that something that does not happen.
So the tension had been building for weeks. Today it exploded. Malaysia has urged both sides to show maximum restraint because what happens here also affects the rest of the world. Remember, this region is a major trade corridor for Asia. Thailand and Cambodia are also important partners for the United States, and airstrikes between ASEAN members are extremely rare. So this latest flare-up has put the region on edge. Will it detonate into a full-scale crisis, or will a last-minute intervention pull them back from the brink? We'll be watching this closely.
They promised glory. They delivered fear. They shaped nations. They scarred generations. From brutal purges to propaganda machines, from stolen power to violent falls from the throne. Welcome to The Dictator, a series that strips away the myth and then exposes the men behind the tyranny. History remembers their power. Firstpost reveals their truth.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka-karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.